And hello everyone, Gabe the Izzard here. Today I'm going for another drive. And today it's just going to be a little bit of the neighborhood from Dunbar, which is the Wright Avenue area, down to Central High School. Right now we're on 21st Street and Cross. Back in the day, there used to be the 21st Street Posse. Not so much anymore. As you can see, there's lots of vacant lots. Lots of vacant lots. New construction. This is Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. This is a really beautiful neighborhood with some grand houses. I like how they have stair steps leading up from the street to the house. Some of these houses need a little love. Some have had some love given to them. Have been refurbished or taken care of. There's a grand White House there. Kind of cool section right here on Battery where the streets are divided by a little green island. Summit Street. Heading north on Schiller. Today is October 17th, 2024, 62 degrees, a beautiful cloudless day. I'm one block off of Park Street, which is where Central High School is located. Crossing 19th right now, coming up to Wright Avenue. I always just kind of wish that I was around to see this neighborhood in its heyday when houses were on every lot that was here. It'd be pretty cool. This is 18th Street. I'll have to take a right and come up one more block. It's a really beautiful house there on the corner. Right there, that green one. This is Schiller Street. I'm on Daisy Bates, coming up to it's called Little Rock 9 Way, which is Park Street. Central High School is to the left. Central just opened a brand new field house that has been under construction for a good bit. Doesn't look like it's completely finished yet. All the mobile buildings for classrooms. And the Quigley Field to the left, which is the football field. Gonna hang a right on Jones Street. Over here to 13th, take a left, heading west. Just a little secret on 13th Street. 12th Street was a main thoroughfare going across the city, equivalent to like Markham Street to the north, until they built Interstate 630. But there is very few stop signs on 13th Street. So in some bad traffic, people go on 12th Street, but if you go one block south on 13th, you have a long straight shot of road with no stoplight. Some buzzards chewing on a possum. I don't think that there's a stop sign on this road until we get to like Cedar and Pine Street. It's 11:30 a.m. Here's Pine Street, and it is a one-way. All right, now I'm on the other side of 13th Street, and I am still heading west. I just bypassed that one-way. Some of the HBO special Bangin' in Little Rock, Gang Wars, was filmed right here on this street, actually, where I am. It's a lot different now than it was then. With any place, you have little pockets of questionable neighborhoods, but for the most part, it's families living in homes, trying to live their life, making their way the only way they know how. But that's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Some people call them good old boys. They never mean no harm. Beats all you ever saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day they were born. And take a ride on 16th Street, still heading west. It's just a couple dudes flipping over a couch. Tell you what, if you're an investor, this is going to be one of the spots to hit. There's a lot of opportunity down here. You gotta head down here to Charles Bussey, or also what you would call 20th Street. I think I'm gonna have to do a weird little jaunt over here because they have out of nowhere, just a dead end. No through traffic. Right there. I know a lot of people give Little Rock a bad rap for crime, and a lot of people from Saline and Lonoke County have lots of disparaging words to say about Little Rock, how dangerous it is, and how they never step foot. But it's really not that bad of a place. You know, I have little pockets of places where it's questionable, but other than that, it's really cool. Now I'm on the other side. Still on Charles Bussey, heading west. Ooh, squirrel, car, lots of stuff going on. Harrison. Harrison, Tyler, Taylor were in the president named streets. Those run north and south. Numbers run east and west. We're actually just north of UALR, University of Arkansas Little Rock, if you don't know that. That there in front of us is the children's home. Come over here to 19th. Some spooky, scary stuff. Coming up here to University Avenue. Papa Top Liquor is to the left of me. Hogman's is on the right. And when I cross this street, it turns into Boyle Park. Ambulance coming through. Still made the green light. Kind of crossing into what you call Point O Woods neighborhood, but it's also really close to Broadmoor, which a lot of people would probably call this Broadmoor. If I'm not mistaken, if they haven't closed it already, there is a cut through Boyle Park. So I'll take a run through there. Used to, that kind of got a bad rap for, I would say, men soliciting other men for activities in the restrooms in Boyle Park. It was known for that. And now not so much. Maybe just people rolling blunts and making out with girls or something. It's where cheating couples go to hang out. Maybe, I don't know. West Park Apartments on the right. And the only reason I say that is because I've driven through Boyle Park quite a few times as a cut through, and it always seems like there's a guy and a girl hanging out, looking over their shoulders. Boyle Park has a creek running through it. I want to say it's Rock Creek, if I'm not mistaken, which will end up going down into Fush Creek. And during heavy rains, it can be pretty treacherous. That's all along the right there. But if you want to come down here and ride your bike or take a run, do it. All right, I'm going to head to the right and see if I can't cut through Boyle Park here. All these cars, the two in front and one behind me, are all going through here. A couple cars to the right there. Pavilion. They have a few pavilions. I've never really been down here like on a weekend or something. There's a small playground, but you might be able to rent those pavilions from the city. This is a Little Rock Park. Here's a bridge that can get water overflowing from time to time during heavy rains. And if it is flooding, they close these gates. And so I will hang a left, and this is 18th Street. And I'm not too sure what neighborhood this is called. This is just north of 36th Street and John Barrow. Parkview High School is up here through this neighborhood. Quebec, Montreal, a lot of Canadian names. Coming up on Vancouver. I said 18th Street. This is 28th Street. My bad. That house there on the left had caught on fire. Smells like fire. Going to be coming up to Barrow Road, or what most call it John Barrow. do not know why this truck is going exactly where I want to go. Hmm. 29th Street, just across John Barrow. Just going to kind of cross through this neighborhood. This is Maloy. I hang a right on 31st. This area was in a rural spot, kind of on the edge of town. And then, the city just starts to increase. So you have an older homes built in, say, the 50s. And then you have houses here that were built probably in the 70s and 80s. This is Lehi. It's just kind of crazy, just like one neighborhood overlaps another neighborhood, and just one block over would be a completely different neighborhood. This is Romine Road. So I am going to take a left. This will bring me down to 36th Street, which is a pretty decent cut through from Colonel Glenn to Shackleford Road, crossing John Barrow. Bumpity bump. They had to add this landscaping in this circle because when they did put this traffic circle, roundabout, whatever you want to call it, people were just hitting it full blast and blowing over it. So they had to put something there to get their attention. This is a mix of newer houses, older rural houses. If you came back here on 36th Street back, 30 years ago, you were in the forest. Still kind of is the forest. This is Shackleford Road. If I would turn right and head north, that would take me to Shackleford Crossing, where there's like Walmart, JCPenney, Cracker Barrel, shopping center. It also run me to Interstate 430, Canis Road, on up to Markham. But I'm going to keep on 36th Street. This is crossing under Interstate 430. Church of Rock Creek is to the right. Now, I would say we've officially crossed into West Little Rock. This is Bowman Road. A lot of development, a lot of apartments. This used to be a 2-lane road with nothing on it 30 years ago, 25 years ago, 20 years ago. These apartments were not here 20 years ago. Some of these might not have been here 10 years ago. This is Brody Creek here on the left. It's a neighborhood that kind of meanders out through the woods and wilderness. I'm heading north on Bowman Road. I kind of have an idea of where I want to end, but I just wanted to travel across all of these neighborhoods I don't know, just to show the diversity of the city. I'm going to take a left on Cherry side. I will be heading west. This is a 1980, late 80s and 90s subdivision. There's a house for sale right in front of us. Cherry Laurel Drive. The street to the right up there is Point West. I could drive out onto Canis Road from there, but I'm just going to meander my way this way. Not a lot of Halloween decorations out here. You would think this would be a good trick-or-treating area. It is a little hilly. And believe it or not, a lot of these homes are rental houses. I think this whole neighborhood is called Point West. Heading north on Gamble Road. This is Canis Road here, and there in front of us on the right is the VFW with a helicopter. Post 9095. That used to be the only thing out here, out in the woods. These are all newer homes built within the last 20 years. There's a home that's not even built yet. Whoa, that is a seriously decorated Halloween house. That's cool. Coming up here is Markham Street, and we are officially in West Little Rock. You can see this is where the tornado came through, right up here just a year and a half ago. Chenal Parkway. Well, that's going to do it for this drive. I appreciate you tagging along, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.